Right, so I have returned once again today to actually deliver on a stream of Dorohedoro. As I always say, if YouTube does actually kick in, that is. Do you believe we actually are good to go? It does sound like we are. Also, turn my headphones down enough as well so it won't actually kind of make audio bleed because my headphones are open. It's a pain in the ass sometimes. Anyway, yes, we have retouch up episode 7 and 8 of Dorohedoro. We have a little bit more depending on what time it is by the time I actually finish episode 8. So yeah, episode 6 actually was really damn good as well. It kind of, in a way, heightens the actual mystery surrounding this entire anime. Because a lot of it is literally everyone get into one area and just do random shit. That's what this whole entire show really is at heart. But in doing so, you learn a lot about how the characters do in theory operate as well, and actually what they do, and actually then the mysteries surrounding them, like Shin, for example. Shin was a character we didn't know too much about. And the episodes prior kind of did him for actually flesh his character out completely. So now I actually have this full understanding of his character and why he uses a hammer. And also the same thing with Nikaido as well. The whole entire idea that more mysteries surrounding Nikaido is starting to come to light. Because of that, actually learning a lot more about her. So actually can't see what this show does next. Anyway, let's put actually gone live. Alright, I do believe that we actually are good to go. Are we though? We certainly are. So as I always say, let's get this show on the road. Let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. Every Sue is so happy about being by a graveyard. I'll reiterate the idea that this whole entire show is literally just random, as we said last time, just random people doing random shit. It's almost a sitcom in a way when you think about it. Poor boy. He basically just kind of there like, alright. I actually thought for a second, like for a hot second, that the actual thing would be that she would just stand there. Like, it just keeps on panning back to her constantly, and it just closes the door, and she just kind of walks off. That would have been an amazing kind of just comedic moment. Well, that was convenient when you think about it. It's like, how the hell do we get close to him? Boom. There you go. It's like, well, shit. There we go. What more can you ask for in life? But I mean, yeah, this show is fucking great when you think about it. It's one of those shows that you can't just, like... You can't explain it because it literally is just anything, essentially. It kind of reminds me a lot of, in a way, Cowboy Bebop in execution. That kind of, like, feeling that you get from just people doing random things and actually have a meaningful plot in the background. It's one of those things that, even though we know how Cowboy Bebop ended, but at the same time, it kind of has that similar feeling. Stuff you don't really get too often nowadays. That level of, like, just being able to do something so kind of, like, in some places kind of mundane, but actually make it seem as if it actually is kind of, like, the most best thing ever. But the show pulls off quite magnificently, I must say. Quite impressive, actually, to be honest. I love this show so much because it's just like, it's the best kind of friendship anime as well. Because even when everyone was telling Kaiman that, like, Kaiman, look, she's a sorcerer, he's like, nah, she isn't, bro. You're lying to me the whole entire time. He doesn't want to face reality because though I don't think it would change the relationship too much. It's one of those things that you can kind of see how important the Kaido is to Kaiman, and also vice versa as well. You could, in theory, just set the whole entire plot in the restaurant. And that's about it. It'd still be an amazing anime. So now we actually have a whole entire episode dedicated to the baseball. Still kind of a very, very, very stark contrast in episodes as well, because we went from episodes dealing with the like mystery behind Shin and Nikaido to literal baseball. This is literal baseball. Johnson! He's a part of the team now. He's a Joe bro. Oh no. Everybody is now a shark. I respect the old dude's actually still a coach as well, to be honest. I respect that. She's the best. She's the best. Ebisu's amazing. That's kind of messed up, but also kind of cool. So you can just resurrect the dead and actually use them as teammates on a baseball game in the hole. That's pretty great, to be honest. So resurrect some random dude and actually having your ninth player. I bet he doesn't end up destroying him. Both of them are really pissed for different reasons as well. They actually got Johnson on the team as well. Oh no. This is an oh no moment. Poor Johnson. He's not gross. He's misunderstood. If he told me like at the beginning of this anime there'll be an episode dedicated to baseball and it would be like amazing, I would have called you a liar. This episode's amazing. It's just about baseball, just dudes just playing baseball. An attempt was actually made. An attempt was actually made. It's like, congratulations, you tried. Kind of now want a whole entire like spin-off dedicated just to baseball. They try to take out Johnson. It can't hurt Johnson. Against the rules. How's a goddamn cockroach like one of the best characters in the whole entire show as well? I don't get it. What the hell is this show? A goddamn sentient cockroach is actually one of the best characters in the whole entire show. That's gonna kill him. Wasn't far off. I hope the god actually can very one day buy a Johnson plush. I would buy it in a heartbeat. Oh shit. Well, he tried. That's the main thing. Konnichiwa, Genki desu ka? Just ripped half his side out. She's ripped half his side out completely. God damn. That poor boy. Well, that seems pretty convenient, to be honest. It's a very accurate number of flower seeds, to be honest. Kind of convenient he actually got half his side taken out then. That one's dearest memory is almost dying. Oh no. Oh no. He has gone crazy. Well, that would be the twist of the century. Did, can't remember if they actually had enough time to actually find out whether or not oh no, it did. I was gonna say, I was wondering whether or not they actually had enough time. We had enough time in the original episode with Ibisi when she got her face ripped off, whether or not she was the person Kime was looking for. Clearly, that might in theory be the case now because now we actually have a little bit more of the information. So that was kind of cool. Above all else, we had an episode dedicated just to baseball, but actually was an episode that actually also gave more context to the overall mystery. Only in Dorohedoro would you get an episode that literally is just about baseball, actually adding so much more to the plot itself. Also Johnson. Johnson being best boy. Oh man, I love this show so much. It's so good. It's such a weird, uncanny show when you think about it way too long, but it's just so goddamn good. I wish I had more shows like this that were just so fucking weird. You just kind of like, I have no idea, but I love it. It's just not many shows like that. You kind of just, you have the weird, and the weird be like, yo, that's good. It's been too long. I actually respect the show for actually just being outlandishly weird and actually being good at the same time. You can't get weird, don't get me wrong. Weird's been around for a while when it comes to shows. But this one actually does in theory kind of blur the boundary between being weird but also being like a really, really, really fucking amazing storyline behind it as well. I love that. I love that. One of the things we learn is specifically that she's an amazing shark mascot. I love this show. It's so good. Right, let's pause that. Let's reset that. Did I pause it? I did. Cool. Right, let's put Twitter watch. Yeah, let's put on Twitter actually watching episode 8. What time is it anyway? I could probably watch episode 9 as well after. I thought it was like 8 o'clock, but it's not. Actually, still early. Might leave 10, 11, 12 to Saturday maybe? The earliest, Monday the latest. Depends what actually happens on Saturday, I can't remember. No, Saturday is Horimiya and Skate the Infinity as well, so it might be, might not be, who knows. I can't do scheduling properly very well. So anyway, let's get this show started. Let's start this thing in 3, 2, 1. Let's start this thing absolutely now. Is there a Kikurage plush? Because I'd buy in a heartbeat as well. Well, there you go. Oh, well, there you go. Mystery solved. A fine day for a farewell. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. Indeed, shocking. Very shocking. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? The show is brilliant. Like, it is. It is in its own way. I mean, as I always say, probably the manga is 10 times better because, not 10 times, it kind of always is, but on its own, it's a brilliant show that kind of explores a lot of things that I didn't expect to be honest. But does it in such a way that it feels so inherently like different. And I say it all the time, but it's one of those things that it's so hard to do stuff like this. Just have literally the most mundane things happening most of the time, but make it seem as if it's actually the most hyper shit possible, but also at the same time then make it have a meaningful impact on the whole entire plot. And the whole entire baseball game pretty much solidified that whole entire idea perfectly. How they took what is otherwise normally a detraction from the overall plot, kind of sometimes is like the middle part that kind of is like a breathing episode, but makes it into something kind of means something. It actually kind of explores a lot of things actually kind of propels the narrative forward. And I kind of respect the show for doing that, kind of making the actual overall plot progress, even when the show doesn't need to be honest, because it's doing a good job already. He went there again. Yeah, he went there again with no money in his wallet. That's amazing. That's twice now. He's gone to the Sorcerer's World and actually had no money to his name. I was going outside my door. God damn. Last time I saw that happen was with Pycon in one of the Dragon Ball Z movies. Jesus Christ almighty. Carmen's posing. Carmen's posing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Actually. Huh. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know? That actually worked out somehow. Sad because he's not with Nikaido anymore, but somehow that worked out quite well. Guess being dead does take a toll on the whole entire place around you, really, when you think about it. Backgrounds in the show are really fucking amazing as well. Now the real question is, will he actually meet Aikawa? I just want more N being a dad, to be honest. It's my favorite parts about this whole entire show, just N being a dad. Just realised I actually have the screaming person in the background but with mushrooms instead. I love that they actually have the scream painting, but it's actually got mushrooms around the person screaming instead of just the scenery. Oh no. It's kind of amazing how they actually managed to actually do the backgrounds and objects in this world. It seems very 90s in the way it looks, though you have like the CG instead. It's really it's interesting. It's a very involved day when you think about it. Kikuruga actually sleeps on a mushroom as well. It's so like to the point with N, it's amazing. And she's like, if it's not mushrooms, I don't want it, bro. Holy shit. They actually got matching suits. I was thinking, I was like, wait a minute. Everything's gonna do it, isn't she? And she did. Carmen's kind of really adorable though when you think about it. Carmen's like really adorable. Oh, what do you know? That was almost perfect. That was almost perfect. Actually, second thought, what I might do is actually leave episode 9 till next stream, maybe cover it on Saturday, hopefully. It'll be done probably, we'll probably have this finished next week, I think. So probably in the meantime, what I probably will do is actually figure out a second poll as well, and actually publish that nearer to the second to last stream. N's family's amazing, to be honest. I love N's family. I guess actually now we're in the final arc of the whole entire series. Really, this is the kind of like this is the bit. Do actually kind of love that they actually managed to actually kind of get almost everyone together again as well in a very kind of roundabout way. I mean, Nicole's not here though, so not everyone is here. But technically speaking, almost everyone is here at this point. Which is reverse of what happened originally. Ooh. It do be happening now. Hello, hello, how's it going? How is it going? Did Noi just lose her arm? Shinja's like, wait a minute. I'm glad to hear that. I'm very glad to hear that. This is like the most everything's happening in one go kind of like deal I've seen in quite a while. Like Kaiman got there, and now the whole entire thing with the sorcerer just now with Noi, and then shit just happening. It's like this is the shit is happening episode of Dorohedoro, even though beforehand the shit was happening. I'm very glad to actually see you right here as well. Also, just join us almost towards the end of the stream, but not just quite this time around. But my god, this show, it's so uncanny. It's so uncanny in a very cool way. I do love it, more or less because it's somehow managed to actually kind of converge all the characters together. But in such a way that in other shows it has, like, the narrative actually kind of gets to that point. Like, it has to kind of reach that middle ground where the characters kind of all meet and you're like, oh shit, it's happening. It always happens in kind of like in shonen animes and stuff like that. But in this show, it's just like, by the way, Kaiman left to actually go and find out more about the mystery behind who actually turned him into a lizard. Inadvertently kind of finds out about the whole thing with the actual Blue Knight, gets there and somehow converges everyone else as well. Everyone else is actually there with him, and in quite an abstract I can't say the word, in kind of a very abstract way. It's actually kind of amazing, like how it managed to actually pull that off completely. It is. It's so chaotic in a really amazing way. It's chaotic, but somehow it pulls it all together at the end. It's like a team of people doing a project on, like, I don't know, on science. You have two people who are kind of like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. What's happening here? What's going on? You have two people actually doing the actual overall thing, kind of getting by, and actually in the end they somehow pull through. This is a whole entire anime in a nutshell. It's just it somehow pulls through it all, and actually kind of gives you a plot that is actually kind of amazing. And it's just you can't not watch more of it. It's one of those shows that it pulls you in. That actually doesn't let you go as well. It's gonna be really hard to actually see this anime go as well, because I'm nearing the end of it. It's gonna be hard to see it go because it's just too good at this point. It's just too amazing. I love it. But yeah, I mean, aside from everything else, it's kind of sad that we actually haven't really seen Nikaido and Kaiman part ways for a little while. I don't imagine it'll probably be for long, because they're probably going to be up again at some stage. yeah, there's no central antagonist because everyone's kind of amazing. So everyone's just vibing their own vibes at this point. I mean, the whole entire thing that we kind of almost found out that Ibisu was the actual perpetrator behind who turned Kaima into a lizard, though it's still a little bit up in the air whether or not actually is kind of concrete true or not. But it's still kind of like, it's amazing how you think that then Ibisu's the antagonist the whole entire show, but she isn't. Like, she's just kind of there. She's just a part of the whole entire, like, crowd. That's what the show really is. It's just a massive crowd of people just doing random shit while someone's figuring out one thing while the others are figuring out the same thing as well, which actually is kind of amazing as well. How both parties still have the same kind of overall outcome. Though now we have Risu to add to the whole entire mix of what's going on here, but still at the same time, in other shows again, this would be detrimental. You'd be like, what the fuck is happening? What's going on here? How the hell can actually get all these characters together? What the hell's going on here? But somehow this show just does it in such an exquisite way. You kind of like, how's this possible? How they do it each time? How's this show this goddamn amazing each episode? Because it shouldn't work in a way. This show shouldn't work as well as it does, because in other shows this show would just kind of fall apart. But you can't get enough of it. It pulls through somehow. You kind of like, man, Q Hayashida's just the queen. She's amazing when it comes to this kind of thing. just what the fuck plots to somehow pull through at the end of it all. But yeah, I mean, now we're actually kind of heading into the meat and potatoes of the whole entire series, with Kaiman's mystery possibly maybe being solved, who knows. Though at the same time, I do wonder what happens by the end of the whole entire thing, whether or not Kaiman actually does in theory realize that, yeah, even though people have been saying for the last like 5 episodes that she is a sorcerer, whether or not Kaiman finds out Nikaido actually is a sorcerer, and what it actually really does in theory do to the relationship. Even though I don't think it would do that much, because it doesn't really seem as if it does. It kind of seems as if it's just up in the air now that she is a sorcerer. But we'll see. And then you have the whole entire idea that I guess now Risu kind of finding this mystery person as well that might or might not be connected to our main dude as well. Who knows? But either way, it kind of, what the show does, it takes the mundane and kind of like the uninteresting in other shows, because even the baseball episode as well, in its own way, the baseball episode itself would just be the most mundane thing in the universe, but makes it mean something in a way. The same thing here as well. Parties kind of are just there. They're almost like a place to get to in the plot. But for some reason, the show kind of makes what is otherwise very kind of like ordinary plot points to something that actually is very integral to the whole entire overall plot. And I respect the show for doing that, because it actually is just like one of those things that the show does exquisitely well as well. It brings everything together in such a way that it takes the mundane but makes it more interesting and makes it mean something as well. So yeah, I mean, next year we'll probably do episodes 9 and 10, I imagine, and 10 and 11 and 12 next time. So maybe that's around Saturday, hopefully. So it'll be Tuesday by latest. We'll probably finish the show off, I believe, now at this point, because Tuesday is just Wonder Egg Priority and Monday is just I think that show. What's the name of that show? God damn it. Urasekai Picnic. Picnic? Yeah. So probably by Tuesday the show will be finished. So I'll probably run a second poll maybe Saturday, I think, for our next show to watch after that point. So what I might do is take the two most popular choices other than this one from the last vote, and actually add that into the next one and put in 2 more new ones as well. So just to kind of vary the whole entire thing. So it's not just, by the way, is it Bakemonogatari and Penguin Drum only? So we'll have 4 more choices essentially. That's how Pro will run it. But yeah, that is me done for today. As always, Goshisho, arigatou gozaimasu. Boku no doro wo moshiroi to omotta ra ine ya channel toruku wo onegaishimasu. So as always, actually have enjoyed this stream and doing free. Leave a like, because indeed it's something quite a bit. She have then enjoyed this whole entire stream and doing free. Leave a sub, because indeed it's something quite a bit. It does something quite a bit as well. She have then enjoyed this whole entire stream and doing free. Follow me on Twitter or join Discord as well, because both of you help me quite a lot, and both will then tell you when the streams go live and any other streams I do as well. Arigato. Mite kurete. Sorry. Mite kurete arigato. So until next time, some more Dorohedoro. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.